Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about self-talk. Why is self-talk super important? Well, because I could be telling myself, wow, your hair is terrible today, which it is. And you're not wearing makeup. Oh, you look so terrible. Or you fucking awesome and beautiful, even when you're not wearing makeup. You know? You're fucking beautiful, even in natural style. So you can be negative, you can be positive. It's up to you and nobody else. It's here and here. So it's your decision how you're gonna talk to yourself. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna spend the rest of your fucking life with you. So you better talk well to yourself, don't you think? Now I'm gonna give you a few tricks to change your self-talk. Okay? Because I used to talk really, really bad to myself. Like, you have no idea. And I'm serious of how shitty my own self-talk used to be. So, I used to call myself a whore. I used to call myself a bitch. I used to call myself a useless cunt. I used to tell myself I was good for nothing. I'm talking about 12 years ago. It's true that I've been on this path for a long, long time because, because reasons. Okay, let's leave it like that because it's a long story. And I'm here for you, not for me. Okay, but, sorry, I really like the red. So I'm just going farther so it comes bigger. But I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks for self-talk. Changing. Okay, so the thing that actually worked for me the best when I started was to just go opposite. There are some times when it's super difficult, or even, for example, last year, when I've been on this for more than 10 years, right? And then last year my life seemed to go to shit, and my husband was having cancer, and I lost everything, and I started being in a crazy amount of debt because, reasons that were like pretty far from my control. And when things are out of our control, we seem to feel even worse, because when we like to feel in control of shit, even though we are not in control of anything. That's one thing that humans, we should really learn, right? That even if we feel in control, we actually don't control anything in life. We are just here to experience and experiment. But one thing that really works, sorry, I was just, going back to the point, because if not, I'm So one thing that really, really works is when you self-talk negatively, do not bash yourself. So, for example, you make a mistake and you go like, a fucking cunt. But then you just had a bad thought. So you get on a fucking cycle of, oh, I shouldn't have thought that. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, brr. And it grows and it escalates and it goes like, no, it's okay. You are allowed to have a bad thought. You are allowed to, let it sleep. So you said, because you made a mistake, like, I used to call myself clumsy very often. I used to even think I was clumsy. And then when I stopped calling myself clumsy, guess what? My clumsiness reduced like 99%. I mean, I'm a tiny bit clumsy, okay, let's be honest. But my clumsiness reduced so much since I am not calling myself clumsy. So I'd be like, oh, clumsy cunt. And then I'd be like, oh, I did it again. Oh. So just notice it, cut it, and then I'd be like, okay, you are not a clumsy cunt. You just made a mistake. And making mistakes, it's alright. So you go with an opposite thought, or with a forgiving thought. I know it might sound difficult. It kind of is. But like everything in life, it takes practice. So whenever you insult yourself in your brain, you go and you forgive yourself for your mistake and for insulting yourself. Because it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes insult ourselves. So we just do not keep growing that and make a freaking giant snowball. We just realize and we forgive ourselves, and then if we can, we give ourselves the opposite thought. So if we said, you're stupid, we can say, no, you're not stupid, you're clever, but you just didn't realize this. Okay? So this is a practice because I am doing this with all of you all the time. Okay? We are gonna be doing during these 2 weeks. We have to remind ourselves we are not those bad thoughts. We are the person that thinks them. So we can change them. Does that make sense? You are not your thoughts. You are the entity that thinks the thoughts. Therefore, you can decide what the fuck you want to think. You just need to step back and be like, whoo, why did I think that? I want to think something else. And then you think whatever you want to think. Okay? So we are going to work on that. And we are going to work very hard on it. During these 2 weeks, you have to give a very strong nudge on what you think negatively. And even if you think or you realize that it's very, very difficult for you, write it down on a notebook. Okay? You write down all of your negative thoughts of the day, and then write next to those the positive opposite to what you usually think. So whenever the bad thought or the negative thought comes to you, you have already written down the positive and you can remember what you wrote down. Okay? Love you loads and see you soon.